Hey everyone, it's Hayes and welcome back to part 2 of finally reading the show Bible video. This is going to make not very much sense if you haven't seen part 1, so go and watch that one first, but basically I was very against the leaks, and whilst I think like behind the scenes stuff like storyboards and script and the Bible are great things to look at, only after the season is over, and the season is over now, so one of my moderators, Ahmed, who had the show Bible the whole time and was like chief of my leak police along with another of my mods, Telly, he has like put together a little PowerPoint presentation for me to look over and finally see some of the most interesting things from the show Bible. So now we are moving on to part 2 and we are starting with Alya. So she wants to obtain an exclusive interview with Ladybug first and foremost, but also wants one with Cat Noir because he's so adorable. Did she have a crush on Cat Noir? Rocketeer hits different after his revelation, and she never got that interview, did she? She interviews him at the end of Elation, I believe. I think. I don't particularly think Alya ever had a crush on him. Alya's only ever expressed an interest in Nino, in my opinion. No one else. Maybe arguably Carapace, but she was like, I know it's him. I've never seen her like this. She considers herself more mature than the other kids, I would agree with that, and feels she has more life experience than them, as she's already done everything. Alright, okay. Sadly there isn't much else about Alya that caught my interest. Everything else is pretty much spot on with how she's written, so that's good. That is good. But what does she mean she's already done everything? What have you done, Alya? Where have you been? What have you seen? I need to know. On to Chloe, and now I wish they'd done this. She gladly uses her position for her own benefit, such as securing a parking spot for their teacher in return for a good grade. Like, does any of the teachers in this own a car? Speaking of which, where is the school car park? Nowhere. I would assume everyone apart from Chloe and Adrian either walks to school or gets the metro to school. That's what I'd assume. Okay, Chloe. Most on her motivation to prove herself to her mother. Queen's bee motive is to win Ladybug's approval because Chloe is obsessed with Ladybug. I think it's probably both. I don't know. I feel like as Queen Bee, Chloe wants to prove herself to Ladybug, but as Chloe wants to prove herself to her mum, and neither happen, and it's just really sad. I don't know what the end goal with Chloe is, assuming she's going to be in the rest of the show. Right now, with kind of how Revolution ended, part of me thinks she's not going to be, but she definitely still could be. There's still scope for that. But part of me is just like, what is the end goal for her? Because if it's not redemption, it just seems like they're just completely ruining her as a character. It's kind of strange and also kind of sad. I don't know if Thomas's intention is that he wants us to hate her. I'm not sure. Because all I feel for Chloe is that I feel sorry for her. I don't hate her. I just feel bad for her and I want to give her a hug. She wants to be a good person, but she's not sure how to do that. And whilst yes, I understand she has been given support at times in her life, it's often not consistent support, especially with her family environment, you know? So I don't know if Thomas's intention is that we're supposed to hate her, but I don't. I just feel sorry for her because she's being abused. So, although I'm pretty sure he said that what's happening to Chloe isn't abuse, I'm like, it is. Sorry to break it to you, but it is. But it's horrible to see, so yeah, part of me doesn't want her back because I'm like, they're just gonna ruin her and it's not very nice to watch. So I love her, but I don't think I actually want her back in the show because they just ruin her, basically. Anyway. At least they admit it, sort of. So it's partly to mimic Audrey and draw attention that Chloe acts like such a brat. I mean, yeah, like her dad will spoil her, that's the only way he will give her attention, and the only way her mum will pay attention to her is if she's being mean to other people and like they join in together. Like, that's exactly what a child in that situation would do who's being emotionally neglected. It seems strange that Thomas and the other writers have such a good understanding of how Chloe is being treated and why she is acting the way she is. But then when it comes to actually executing it, they're like, oh no, she's just a brat. And I'm like, there's so much more to it. Again, like with Adrian, like I said in part 1, Chloe is such a rich character and could be like a veritable goldmine in terms of like character development and interesting plot points. And they just write her off as someone annoying and horrible. And while she can be, there's a lot more to her than that, and it's just odd to see, really. Anyway, another episode that looks like it was changed a lot between scripts is Deflagration. Oh, so Zoe was supposed to be akumatized in 11. This makes more sense than Chloe turning into Soul Destroyer, since it wasn't her who was Soul Crusher in the first place, yes. But then who was going to receive the Black Cat Miraculous? I mean, I guess she could have been akumatized right after Gabriel took it if he hadn't paralysed her, just stole it from her because he was invisible. If he just stole it and then she got akumatized because she got angry at herself, that would make sense too. So I don't think it's that strange. Although I do think the Akuma was kind of ridiculous, so I kind of liked that it went to Chloe instead. The Akuma in Deflagration was definitely funny. The Miraculous and the Kwamis. Read if you want, it's the Kwami lore, all in one place. I also don't want to meet this Kwami of mathematics. Hold on, let me skim read this. So, whenever something new appears in the universe, love, beauty, sadness, or even mathematics, a Kwami is born. Then where is the Kwami of writing? They need to be mine. These cute little magic creatures impart powers when they enter the Miraculous. The Miraculous are magic jewels created by alchemists centuries ago to control the Kwami's powers. Heroes have used these jewels for good. Two of these Miraculous are more powerful than the others, Ladybug and Black Cat, with the power of destruction and creation. According to legend, whoever controls both of these will have absolute power. For example, in Ephemeral, and Marinette and Adrian are the holders. The Kwamis are no longer visible when they transform and can no longer talk to each other. However, when Kwamis are out of the jewels, they are visible to all. And Marinette and Adrian keep them around but keep them hidden, so they can't be photographed or filmed, will never show up an image, can't go through matter. Kwamis won't use their powers like a human holder because they are too powerful, but they still do it anyway. Yeah, I think I knew all of that. I think we kind of know all of this already. So just putting this here for the artwork. Oh my god, Tinky, you're adorable. Is there one for Plague? Where's the one for Plague? Oh, yes! Oh, so cute. Oh my god, I want the rest of the Kwamis to have these. These are adorable. Oh, I don't think I'm too bothered about stuff about them. Yeah, I wouldn't bother reading this. We know his weakness is Camembert. We know. I keep getting examples about Camembert on my Duolingo, which I'm doing French by the way, so I'm like, okay. So, Plague likes pranks too, such as turning off Adrian's alarm clock to make him late for school. Where was this? This would be so cute. I say all the time, we need more Adrian and Plague content. And we hardly ever get it, but when we do, it's so sweet and cute and I love it. This would be hilarious! Because then Adrian and Marinette could be late to school together. And they go to detention together and it'd be awesome. I'd love that. They have so many great ideas. Why aren't you doing this? This is great. This is so cute. Tiki and Plague's relationship. They often meet on Paris rooftops at night. How often is this? Do you mean often as in like once in season 4, once in season 5? Is that how often we're doing this? Once a season, and a season is roughly 2 to 3 months. Often, according to Thomas Astruc. It's every 2 months. Great. Oh, it's so cute. I love it. I want posters of these. Oh, those are adorable. So every morning he makes Marinette a croissant as his Tom, a special creation which he always leaves in the same spot every time. He doesn't make a big thing about it, he just thinks it's normal for him to show his daughter how much he loves her in his way. If I had a dime for every little thing that was mentioned here but was never seen in the show. Yeah, like they wouldn't even need to state this. Just leave a croissant for her in the kitchen and we can just be told one day that Tom does that for her. You know? They don't even need to say it, just show it, you know? Anyway, Sabine takes care of all of Marinette's everyday affairs. Healthcare visits, meeting with teachers, homework. Do you really? I didn't think you'd ever really taken an interest in it before until like every other time Marinette's been expelled from school almost. It's the only time you seem to care about her at school. Otherwise just like, yeah, Marinette can do what she likes. Like, I know the Miraculous aren't real, but let's say they were. And I had one. I would not be able to get away with leaving my room, like leaving through the window every time there was an attack or whatever, because my mum comes in here like every hour or so to check on me and like see where I'm progressing with work. It's because of my autism and stuff, which is fine, which is why I still live at home because I'm disabled, which is nothing wrong with that. I'm fine with it, I like it here. But like, Sabine doesn't do that. Like Marinette like could be away for hours at a time and Sabine's like, I don't know where our daughter is, and that's totally fine. Anyway, this is most likely an error or a typo, as Kung Fu is in 125. I mean, maybe. Here it's listed as episode 225. I guess initially it could have meant to be that. And probably just an error, they forgot to swap it back or something. I don't know. I do like episode Kung Fu. I think it's quite a sweet episode. Nino and Alya know that they're superheroes. They can't keep secrets from each other. Yeah, we know. And Nino tells Adrian that he was Carapace in Illusion. How is Rocketeer going to play out then? Could Rocketeer still have worked? I think it possibly could have. Nino could have just seen them and been jealous of what he thought was Alya flirting with Cat Noir. He didn't necessarily need to tell Adrian. that he was Carapace in order for it to play out. He still could have told him an illusion, although I'm not sure why he would have told him an illusion really, apart from the resistance. Honourable mentions, at least they're honest about the inspiration. So you can use it to swing from one rooftop to another like Spider-Man. And Damocles has a great passion for superheroes, especially the Dark Owl. Yeah, he was inspired by Batman with Albert meant to be Alfred. I already knew that one. I guessed that one myself because I love Batman. Outside of Ladybug and Cat Noir, my favourite superhero is Batman, and honestly it's really the only superhero I like. Spider-Man's okay, I'm not really into Marvel, so I love Batman though, so yeah. Did we know this? Sabine, the mother, is of Chinese origin, born Shibing. She took the name Sabine when she moved to France. We did not know that, actually, because she has a sister whose name currently escapes me right now that they went to see in Haxan, who did have a Chinese name, so I'm like, does Sabine have one? She surely must have had one. If her sister has one, they wouldn't call her sister a Chinese name, then call Sabine a French name. Or like a Western name rather. Like, okay, I didn't know that. Shiving. Oh, that's a sweet name. Oh, I wish she'd been kept called that. Oh, that's so cute. I love that name. So maybe I'm just blind, but I never knew that Alex and Tomato Boy were besties. I thought they even talk at all. So best friends are shown in the same colour. I would have said Alex and Milan were best friends. And maybe... Oh, I don't know, because have they ever spoken to each other? It was revealed in the Miraculous Secrets that Alex dyes Nathaniel's hair. That's not his natural hair colour. And I was like, oh lol, like who's gonna dye your hair now? Now she's left to go on this time travelling thing. So he shows that Alex is confidant. I don't think you've ever spoken a single line to each other in the show, have you? God, I don't know. And then this is just trivia, because why not? Alex is a TV host who uses cynicism and irony. He's a colleague of Nadia Shamak. I do like Alec. I wish they did more with like his drag queen stuff. They used it briefly in Recreation, but I'm like, let's have a full-on show in Miraculous that he presents that's about that. Like, that would be so cool. Like RuPaul's Drag Race, but Miraculous, which I don't know what they call it. I don't know enough about drag stuff, drag culture, I don't know the proper words for it, to say anything on what they should do, but that would be really cool. So then we also have Annika has a habit of chewing licorice sticks. My mum likes licorice. And speaking of Annika, it was an affair is what she had with Jagged. Interesting. Well, love affair doesn't necessarily mean affair in that they cheated on someone. Love affair can literally just be like, it was a quick fling that resulted in children, which seems like it was. They don't really seem like they're in love with each other. So yeah. I don't know. Then we have a different name for collusion with conspiration. What is that? Some of these episode titles I never even heard of before. What? Is that a word? Are you sure, Thomas? No. Although I didn't know she taught French, Latin and Ancient Greek. She also seems to do loads of other random lessons in class, like teaching them Sleeping Beauty and Dark Cupid, or about the French Revolution, which doesn't really fit into any of those subjects. Anyway, tell me, how do you know that Adrian's photographer is named Vincent? He's not the Italian photographer. In fact, as far as I'm aware, the reason we call him Vincent is because what Damocles referred to him in Reflect. Well, yeah, then that's why. That's why we call him it, because of what Mr. Damocles said. It seems like something went wrong between the script for Reflector and the final animation for the episode, as Jagged Stalker would have been the one taking the class photos. Oh, so he's Vincent. Oh, the one from Pixlr. Oh! Does he not have a separate name? It's ages since I've seen Pixelated. Was he not called something else entirely? I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't sure about including this one, but it doesn't really spoil anything. So the main temple is in Tibet on the border with Nepal, not far from Makalu. I'm not sure how to say that. It's the only one that holds miracle boxes. The other temples are annexes, waypoints that can be reached via teleportation. Oh, I didn't know the monks can do that. And there is, what, a temple on each continent. So in North America, I don't know how to say any of these names. So there's one in North America. In South America, there's one in Brazil. In Europe, it's in Italy, which was destroyed in World War II, great. Africa is in Mali. Australia, crikey, Caragini? I'm so sorry. And Antarctica. I'm not even going to attempt to say that and embarrass myself, so you can read it. There you go. And here you are, Hayes, you're not ready for this one tiny fact. Trigger warning to all Love Square shippers. I repeat, you will be triggered. Proceed at your own risk. Thanks for that image, Ahmed. Kagami Tsurugi just arrived in Paris. Yeah. Kagami kisses Adrian in the Battle of Miraculous Part 2. To me, she does not. That might have been in the show, but Ahmed, she does not. No. To me, like, I know Adrian and Kwami have kissed each other on the cheek and other stuff, and weirdly at the start of the New York special she kisses him here. Not on the nose, not on the lips, in the moustache area. No. Typo. It's a typo! Okay. And in season 5, after discovering Ladybug and Cat Noir's secret identity, Luca decides to leave Paris. And Luke will end up in Brazil where he'll meet Master Suhan. Someone did say on Twitter, I believe, after the end of Migration, that in the pictures the mountains reminded them of mountains in Brazil, and they like put the pictures side by side and it did look like that. So I guess that makes sense since there is a temple in Brazil, but why was Suhan there? I assumed he was going back to Tibet, not to Brazil, since it was, I'm assuming it's Tibet where he came from, but after he got rebuilt after the end of the episode feast. Okay, whatever, but like, whilst I'm fine with Luca training to be like a guardian, whatever his official job title is, I don't know. I wish they would have like shown us a little bit. I don't know. Like, there's absolutely no hint of Luca doing anything. It just seems like he's gone away on holiday until Hawkmoth is defeated and then rocks back up in guardian attire along with Penny and his dad. So yeah, I'm now still like thinking about Kwami. No. There's no please note. Please note the typo. Kwami did not kiss Adrian. No. Disgusting. No. I don't like it, okay? I refuse to read, watch stuff, whatever. That is not my ships. I very nearly stopped watching Miraculous at the end of season 3 because of Lucanet and Adragami. I like, my only hope was like, I know they're both still in love with the other person in the love square, so I know it won't last long. And I'm so relieved it didn't last long. Although at the same time, I'm still not happy with the way the love square was executed this season, so I don't know. And now onto a very special section, how Miraculous episodes are written. Oh god. So writing of an episodes, we have the opening credits, end credits, allow the variable, yes, that's normal. So the plot A focuses on Ladybug and Cat Noir as they try to defeat Hawkmoth. The plot is built around the duel with the villain and investigation if necessary, their relationship and their plan, and plot B focuses on Adrian and Marinette in the everyday and create a link between them. So yeah, that's the formula for it. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you were given the task of writing an episode, you're brand new to the team, you'd be given the show Bible, you'd be expected to study it, and after you'd studied it, you should be able to effectively write a Miraculous episode. Also, possibly after having seen some episodes, they won't just make you do it blind. They'd expect you to watch some of the show as well. But stuff like this would help you write it. So important rules to the writers. At all time must feel empathy for Marinette and understand emotionally what she's going through, okay? We can develop Adrianette, which they don't often do. As much as possible, we should link the action plot to the sitcom one, create a theme / problem that will be solved in plot B thanks to what we learn in plot A. Okay, as the romance parts, we must play with what the characters say and the way each one interprets what the others say. They're always wondering, did that person really say that? Rumour has it Alya and Adrian are dating. Couldn't you have found a better example? Yeah. That seems like an odd example to use. That's weird, okay. We already knew this bit thanks to New York special, Wings of Prey and Wings of Liberty, but I thought confirmation from the show Bible would be nice. So a simple translation is human is better than super + 1 miraculous. What? Superhero, miraculous used for greater good. Transformation, name of the Kwami, specific good magic words. I don't understand this bit in red. This bit, the simple transformation, human, super + 1. What? What does that mean? No, it's Hawkmoth's transformation. These transformation words would be different if you wanted to use his powers for the greater good. We still haven't settled on this in the show. I guess it's because no one's used it for good. That would make sense. The question is, will they ever use this? I am assuming the butterfly user in Reverse is using it for good since Shadybug and Claw Noir seen the bad guys in that. So it'd be interesting to see him use it for good if we get to see him de-transform. Obviously we might not. But it seems like he'll be good, so I'm assuming they've decided by this point. That'd be interesting. And then fun fact, the story for the Christmas special was by Jeremy. This is the only episode where it mentions his involvement. That's why the songs are in it. I already knew that the songs were written by him. Like, I'm sorry, I love Jeremy, I love the movie, he's also a wonderful person, but I hate Santa Claus with passion. I want them to do a redo of the Christmas special. Please, please do another one that's actually good. I hated it. Can't stand it. I love Jeremy, I love the movie. I do not like the Christmas special though, not in the slightest. And now we interrupt our programme for a nice little meme break. We're almost done anyway. God, my voice is dying. Ladybug's Lucky Charm. As a general rule, this power should only get used one time per episode. Her Kwami must be replenished before switching back. Meanwhile, Ladybug in season 5. Lucky Charm, Lucky Charm, Lucky Charm, Lucky Charm. I mean, I'm really intrigued. I know it's only been one episode where she's used multiple Lucky Charms in Recreation. I am really intrigued to see how they're gonna like change plans and strategize as they move forward, because from Recreation it seems when she calls upon another Lucky Charm, the other one disappears. So it's going to be interesting to see how that's built into the formula of each episode. It's going to be really interesting to see what they do with it actually. I'm quite intrigued for that, because the Lucky Charm is usually something I kind of hate. Whenever I write Miraculous fanfiction, it's the thing I hate the most about doing it, hence why I usually write about Marinette and Adrian and not Ladybug and Cat Noir, because I hate the Lucky Charms with a passion, which is why I'm so excited they weren't in the movie. So Chloe is a cute, wealthy, shallow and pretentious, capricious poser. She's often mean, a lost cause. No, she's not! Cute. I mean, I do think she can be cute, just some of the facial expressions are also kind of funny. Then Sabrina recomprise. Sabrina is proud to be Chloe's underling and eagerly helps her play nasty tricks on other people, as long as she doesn't have to break the law. Literally 14 episodes into the show, somehow manages to get all the way into the bakery, up to Marinette's bedroom, breaks in and then tries to steal something. Oh my god, Ahmed, this screenshot of Sabrina. Amazing. Rose, I love each and every one of you, but her favourite person is her best friend Julika. She's just a friend! No! Oh my god. Like, I'm pretty sure it was in my reaction for Migration. I was like, I love you, Julika, in her song. I was like, oh my god! And I was like, and then Marinette and Alya and everyone else, and I was like, oh. I see. Okay then, Rose. And then Kim. Oh, is that his real last name? I thought it was like LeChamp or something. I don't know. Of Vietnamese origin, Kim is Max's human best friend, of course, because of Markov. He excels at swimming and never misses a chance to sport his swimming trunks. I fear no man, but that thing, it scares me. There might be inconsistencies in the show, but when it comes to Kim's swimming trunks, there's a 100% chance he'll sport them. Yeah. Literally, as I was saying before, you'll have seen it by now, but I was gathering the screenshots for the Revolution screaming session. Just swimming trunks everywhere. Great. I didn't know he was Vietnamese though. That's interesting. I had no idea. Thank you, Ahmed. From Kim's description, it seems like his brain doesn't work too well. It's just Kim, isn't it? You know? It's Kim. What can you say? Then we have Gabriel Babes, who's going to become Aquamoth? Aquanu! Dark Winds Rise! I repeat, we were robbed! In case you were wondering, this was used simply as an explanation for how a power-up for a villain would work. But still. Oh my god, yes, Mermoth. We were totally robbed. I need to see that. I need to see this now. Hawk Daddy, water power up. Please and thank you. Then we have, alright, memes and mermaids away. Here's a little interesting thing. While every season has its own synopsis, the synopsis for season 4 is written as a synopsis for season 4 and 5. Yet despite this, season 5 has its own synopsis as well. Well, you know what? It's just Miraculous at this point. I have stopped questioning it. Another interesting fact is that the name of the last episode of season 4, Strike Back, was originally called Invulnerable instead. Huh. I quite like both. Maybe they could reuse Invulnerable for something in season 6. That'd be a really cool episode title. Although I quite like it being Strike Back. I don't know, Risk and Invulnerable, Risk and Strike Back. I think Risk and Strike Back works better, but I think Invulnerable is still a cool episode title. And last, here's where the season 5 special action stands in production order, and most likely in chronological order too. So it's meant to be episode 22. So yes, Gabriel and Chloe and Adrian as well also be in the episode. If you paid attention to the first page of the show Bible, no. It says 3 specials, each 44 minutes long. The other 2 specials would be Kwami's Choice and The Last Day, which are 2-part episodes, yes. This means that action is most likely a 40 minutes long singular episode. I do believe it is now actually just a 20-minute episode. Normal timing. Although Ahmed has taken out the synopsis, since at the time of filming this we do not officially have it, but by the time of watching this, will action already be out? Maybe. I'm not sure. I can't remember the dates. I don't know when I'm uploading this video. I think action should be out. So you'll already know. The end. Oh my god, my voice is dead, but thank you so much, Ahmed, for putting that together for all of us. It was actually really interesting. Like I said before, I've seen, like in part 1, I've seen other show bibles before, but I've never seen the Miraculous show bible before, so that was super interesting to see. Like I said at the start of part 1, I am 110% against the leaks. I hope none of you saw this video as me being like supportive of them or whatever, but I do think it's cool to see these things after the fact. Like I know sometimes on the official Miraculous channel they do like, is it like from script to storyboard or script to animation, whatever it's called, where they show like the bare bones of the episode, how it starts and then how it ends up. I think stuff like that is really cool, especially for people looking to maybe learn more about just their favourite show in general, but more about like industry standards and stuff as well like that. So I don't necessarily think looking at these things are a bad thing, but it's definitely a bad thing when the show is ongoing, if that makes sense. So anyway, besties, I'd love to know what you all think of this, and also please say thank you to Ahmed for taking the time for doing that for all of us. Like I was just expecting him to put random screenshots, I was going to read them, didn't expect all the comments, all the memes. He did a wonderful job, so please say thank you to him in the comments. And of course, I'd love to know what you think of this. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!